Disclaimer: efforts have been made to not to infringe any copyright. If so, it may be brought to the notice for acknowledgement in future editions. No parts of this digital content may be reproduced, stored, or distributed in any or by any means either on paper or electronic media unless authorized. Module 2: Key Concepts. In this module, we will learn about data entry specific concepts, which shall include: Number 1, computer hardware. Number 2, software. Number 3, basic computer troubleshooting. Number 4, workstation maintenance. Number 5, database management systems. Number 6, request incidents. Number 7, some other concepts: networking migration, security hardening, service legal agreements, escalation, lead time, and turnaround time. Number 1, computer hardware. Monitor. A computer monitor is an output device which displays the information in pictorial form. Central processing unit. This is the unit which does all the processing work in the computer. Along with the processor, the CPU box also has the hard disk, graphic card, RAM, DVD, writer, etc. Keyboard. An alphanumeric keypad is a keyboard that contains both numbers and letters on the same keys. It also contains special keys such as pause, break, and print screen. Mouse. Mouse is used to move the cursor pointer on the computer screen monitor. Printer. A printer is used to print any documents from the computer. Speakers. Speakers bring out sound from the computer. Let us now see some of the example of standard workstation configuration. Number 1, PC desktop workstation with monitor. Number 2, Mac desktop workstation. Number 3, PC laptop. Number 2, software. Operating system. An operating system is the program that, after being initially loaded into the computer by a boot program, manages all the other programs in a computer. Windows, Linux, etc. are operating systems. Application program softwares. Programs or softwares for doing certain specific tasks are called application or application programs. MS Office, OpenOffice, Tally, CorelDRAW, etc. as application programs. MS Office application program software. Microsoft Office is an office suite of desktop applications, servers, and services for the Microsoft Windows and OS X operating systems. It consists of MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, etc. It is one of the major software used by data entry operators worldwide. Being a proprietary office software, MS Office license has to be taken for each computer and therefore is expensive as compared to open office suites. Open source office management application program. Open source office management suites contain applications like word processing, spreadsheets, presentation, database management, email, desktop publishing, etc. Most open source office software can be run on a number of operating systems and can store files in an open standard format. Open source office software may also read and write files from other proprietary Office software. It is popular because it supports for many file types and it is free to download or use online. Popular open source Office suites. Some of the popular open source Office productivity suites include Apache OpenOffice, LibreOffice, NeoOffice, KOffice, Google Docs. Number 3. Basic computer troubleshooting. Basic computer troubleshooting checklist. Given below are some simple troubleshooting steps which one must perform for the smooth functioning of their computers. Make sure all components of the affected computer system, the monitor, the CPU, the printer, etc. are switched on and receiving power. If there is a power problem, try performing a power check. Check to see if all cables attached to the affected equipment are firmly connected. If you find any cable connection that seem loose, push them slowly into place. Reboot or restart your computer. If there is a printer installed locally to your computer, you will need to properly shut down your computer. First, turn the printer off. Next, turn the printer back on and then restart the computer. Sometimes rebooting can resolve computer problems. If a keyboard, mouse or monitor is not working properly, please check all the cables to make sure they are plugged in and seated properly. If you are having trouble printing, confirm which printer you currently have set as your default printer and then check to see if other computers are using the same printer and can print to it. Check to see if your computer is the only one in your area being affected by the problem, knowing if the problem is an isolated case or it is affecting other systems in your area. Find out if any changes have been made to your system. If equipment was added to your setup, software installed or any components dropped on the floor shortly before the problem appeared. Number 4. Workstation maintenance. A workstation maintenance plan comprises of antivirus software checkups, disk space utilization, defragmentation of hard drives, and troubleshoot hardware and software issues. Removing temporary internet files, install software checkups, check log files, install necessary updates and service packs and more. Number 5. Database management systems. Database management system. A database management system is essentially nothing more than a computerized data keeping system. Databases are easily searchable electronic files that can store a lot of information. Different types of software like Excel, Access help with data entry and database management. Users of the system are given facilities to perform several kinds of operations on such a system for either manipulation of the data in the database or the management of database structure itself. Database management systems are categorized according to their data structures or types. There are several types of databases that can be used on a mainframe: inverted list, hierarchic, network, or relational. DBM tools make tasks related to maintaining rational databases efficient and fast. A wide variety of tools are available to support the database environments. These tools can help you improve the productivity of your staff, optimize performance of database operations, and manage the overall business processes that depends on the database. Database management tools. A few examples. Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, SQL Pro, SQL York, Navigat for MySQL, PHP MyAdmin. Database error management. One of the most important elements of database programming is handling database errors. Any robust database application must contain error trapping mechanism to prevent an inexperienced or careless user to input a bad value into a data field or delete a record that should not be deleted. Database access management. Database activity monitoring and auditing has become a critical challenge for organizations due to increasing importance of data integrity, privacy, and security. The need to continuously audit database access by privileged and non-privileged users on a large number of databases can be addressed through the use of database access management system. Database access management features. Some of the important features of database access management are both agent-based and network-based activity monitoring, continuous audit of all access to sensitive data by privileged and application users, alert on abnormal access request and database attack in real time, accelerate incident response and forensic investigation through centralized management and advanced analytics. Provide audit reports to demonstrate compliance with regulatory requirements. Identify databases and objects in scope for compliance and security projects. Number 6. Service request incidents. Service request. A service request is a generic description for many varying types of demands that are placed upon the IT department by the users. For example, small changes like changing the password, etc. Incidents. An incident is an unplanned interruption to an IT service or reduction in the quality of an IT service. For example, application configuration error, hardware error, poor performance, etc. Service request incidents management workflow. When an incident or service is created, an incident management workflow needs to be created that lets you manage and track the incident through its complete life cycle. This includes assigning incident ownership, tracking the incident resolution status, setting incident priority, setting incident escalation level, ability to provide a manual summary, ability to add user comments, ability to suppress, unsuppress, ability to manually clear the incident, ability to create a ticket manually. Service request incidents. An issue tracking system is a computer software package that manages and maintains list of issues as needed by an organization. Issue tracking systems are commonly used in an organization's customer support call center to create, update, and resolve reported customers' issues or even issues reported by that organization's other employees. Number 6. Some other concepts. Networking. Networking is a process of connecting two or more computers for sharing. Through the networking, computers share information such as email, file, documents, and resources such as printer, internet, and disk storage. Migration. Data migration is the process of transferring data between computer storage types or file formats. It is the key consideration for any system implementation, upgrade, or consolidation. During an upgrade, the source server and the target server keep the same serial number. When performing the data migration, the source server and the target server must have different serial numbers. Security hardening. Security hardening or system hardening, also called operating system hardening, helps minimize security vulnerabilities. The purpose of system hardening is to eliminate as many security risks as possible. Service Level Agreement. SLA is an agreement between an IT service provider and a customer about the quality, timeliness, responsibility, and scope of service being provided. Escalation. Escalation is taking an issue to the next of authority to satisfy customer requirements. It is done when sub-customer requirement is outside the scope of work or competence of the employee handling the requirement. Lead time. The amount of time defined by the supplier service provider that is required to meet a customer request or demand is known as lead time. Lead time is generally considered as the time between the customer's request initiations to customer's request fulfillment. Turnaround time. Turnaround time is the total time taken between the submission of a program, process, task for executive, and the return of the complete output to the customer user. Thank you.